Hello everyone, today we're going to read Grandpa Pig's Toy Plane. This is a Peppa Pig book from the big 50 book collection of Peppa Pig. Now subscribe to my channel now where you can listen to me reading even more Peppa Pig books and will follow Peppa and her friends and family on all their adventures. So subscribe now. So let's begin. Peppa and George are helping sort through a box of Granny Pig's old toys. This is the dolly I had when I was little, says Granny Pig. Peppa loves it, but Grandpa Pig isn't very interested. I can show you something really good, says Grandpa Pig. Come with me. We need to go to my shed, says Grandpa Pig. He leads Peppa, George and Granny Pig down the hill into the garden. Peppa brings the dolly with her. Grandpa Pig rummages in his shed and brings out a toy aeroplane. Airplane, says George. George loves aeroplanes. Can it fly? Asks Peppa. Of course it flies, says Grandpa Pig. Grandpa Pig pulls the levers on his remote control and the plane takes off. Vroom! It's the best little plane ever, Grandpa, cheers Peppa. But it would be better if it were even bigger, says Grandpa Pig thoughtfully. Look after my dolly, please, Peppa, says Granny Pig. I'm going inside to get us some nice fresh juice. While Granny Pig is gone, Grandpa Pig rushes into his shed. He wheels out a much larger toy plane. I made this bigger and better one, says Grandpa Pig. Wow, cries Peppa. It even has a cockpit for the pilot. Maybe Dolly would like to be the pilot, says Grandpa Pig. He takes the dolly and pops her into the cockpit. But Granny said I should look after Dolly, says Peppa. Dolly will be fine, says Grandpa Pig. The plane zooms into the sky. Whoopee, shouts Grandpa Pig. He presses the remote control and the toy plane begins to loop in the air. But as the plane turns upside down, Dolly falls out. Dolly, cries Peppa. Grandpa Pig keeps pulling the green levers on the remote control. No need to panic, he says nervously. The plane completes the loop and catches Dolly. Hooray, cries Peppa. Let's try something even more exciting, says Grandpa Pig. The toy plane zooms towards the house. The plane flies through the open door. It flies over Granny Pig as she is looking in the fridge. What was that? asks Granny Pig, but the toy plane is gone before she can spot it. Quick, Granny's on her way back, says Peppa. Grandpa Pig lands the toy plane on the grass. Juice for everyone, calls Granny Pig merrily. Perfect timing, says Grandpa Pig. George and Peppa love toy aeroplanes. Everyone loves toy aeroplanes. The end. Hope you enjoyed that. That was Grandpa Pig's Toy Plane from the Peppa Pig book collection. Subscribe to my channel now and click on that little bell where you'll be able to follow me reading even more amazing stories from the Peppa Pig collection. So bye-bye for now. Hi everyone. Today we're going to read a book called Mummy Pig's Book. It's from the Peppa Pig huge 50 book collection. Subscribe to my channel now where you'll be able to see so many other books from the Peppa Pig book collection so we can follow Peppa and her friends and family on great big adventures. So subscribe now. Now let's begin reading Mummy Pig's book. Mummy Pig is working on the computer. Please can we play Happy Mrs. Chicken? Asks Peppa. Not until Mummy Pig has finished writing her book, says Daddy Pig. After lots of hard work, I've finished my book, says Mummy Pig. Hooray! Now we can play Happy Mrs. Chicken, says Peppa. Peppa and George take it in turns playing. Well done, George, says Peppa. Oh no, I forgot to save my work, says Mummy Pig. Phew, it's still there. Let me save it now. Save, close, send. Now it will be made into a real storybook. The next morning, Mummy Pig visits Peppa's playgroup. Thank you for coming to read your new book to us today, says Madame Gazelle. It's very exciting, says Mummy Pig. These books are so new, I haven't even opened one yet. Madame Gazelle tells the children they must listen politely. Then Mummy Pig begins. Once upon a time, there was an onion called Funny Onion, says Mummy Pig. She turns over the page, but the rest of the book is one big long number. That's not what I wrote, gasps Mummy Pig. It's George's Happy Mrs. Chicken high score, cries Peppa. Mummy Pig is sad that her Funny Onion story has been replaced with numbers. I'm sorry, children, but I can't read to you today, she says. Oh, the children sigh sadly. They want to hear about Funny Onion. Can you remember the story, Mummy Pig? Asks Madame Gazelle. Yes, says Mummy Pig. Then just tell us the rest, says Madame Gazelle. Okay, says Mummy Pig, closing the book and putting it down. Once upon a time, there was an onion called Funny Onion. All he wanted was to make people laugh, but he made people cry instead because he was an onion. I must learn how to be funny, said Funny Onion. I will search the world to learn how to be funny, said Funny Onion. Then he met a tomato. The tomato said, wear a funny hat. So Funny Onion wore a funny hat, but still people cried. Next, Funny Onion met a banana. The banana said, wear some funny shoes. So Funny Onion wore some funny shoes, but still people cried. Funny Onion was ready to give up when he met a pineapple. What do you think the pineapple said? Mummy Pig asks the children. Wear a red nose, suggests Susie Sheep. Wear a purple wig, suggests Rebecca Rabbit. Very good, says Mummy Pig. But what the pineapple really said was, do something funny. Funny Onion did something funny and everyone laughed. The end. As the story ends, the mummies and daddies arrive to take the children home. I have read your book, Dr. Elephant tells Mummy Pig. What did you mean by 4,053,967? Mummy Pig doesn't tell him it's George's Happy Mrs. Chicken score. Everyone loves Mummy Pig's book. The end. Hope you enjoyed that. That was Mummy Pig's book from the Peppa Pig book collection. Subscribe to my channel now and follow me where I'll be reading so many other Peppa Pig books and will follow Peppa on a great big adventures with her friends and family. So subscribe now. See you soon. Hi everyone. Today we're going to read a book called Numbers. It's from the Peppa Pig 50 book collection. Subscribe to my channel now where you'll be able to follow and see all the other videos where we're reading so many Peppa Pig adventure books. So subscribe now. So let's begin reading this book. Peppa and her friends are at playgroup. Today we will be learning all about numbers, says Madame Gazelle. Does anybody know what numbers are used for? We use numbers to count, says Peppa. That's very good, Peppa, says Madame Gazelle. Numbers are used for counting. Now, who would like to try some counting? Pedro Pony counts to 4. Rebecca Rabbit counts all the way to 7. Excellent, Pedro and Rebecca. After 7 comes 8, 9 and 10, says Madame Gazelle. It's playtime. Rebecca, Zoe Zebra, Susie Sheep and Peppa all like to skip. I like sand, I like sea, I like Susie to skip with me, sings Peppa. I like ping, I like pong, I like Zoe to skip along, sings Susie. Let's see who can skip the longest without stopping, says Zoe. I'll count, says Rebecca. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Peppa is out. 6, 7, 8. Susie is out. 9, 10. Zoe's the winner. Pedro is hula hooping. I can do 1,000,003 hula hoops without stopping, says Pedro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has stopped hula hooping. I'm a bit tired, says Pedro. I'll do the rest later. Emily Elephant has a special way of hula hooping. She hula hoops with her trunk. The hoop spins round and round and round. It is too fast to count. I think that's about 100, says Susie. George wants to play leapfrog. Leapfrog, everybody, cries Peppa. Richard Rabbit, Edmund Elephant, Susie, Rebecca, Peppa, Emily, Candy Cat, Danny Dog, Zoe and Pedro line up. There are 10 children for George to jump over. George begins to jump and everyone counts along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. George has jumped over everyone. George is very good at playing leapfrog. Now playtime is over and the children must return to the classroom. Daddy Pig has come to collect Peppa and George. He is very early, but Madame Gazelle doesn't mind. Don't worry, you can join in our game, she says. Richard and Edmund, please get the extra long skipping rope. Is everybody ready? Let's count to 10, says Madame Gazelle. 1, Daddy Pig is skipping. 2, now Peppa is skipping too. 3, Susie joins them. Madame Gazelle plays a guitar as the children join in one by one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Count Daddy Pig and the children. It is much easier to count to 10 if you are playing a game at the same time. The end. Now that was Numbers, a Peppa Pig book from an incredible 50-book collection. Subscribe to my channel now and press that little bell symbol where you can listen out for more Peppa Pig books that I'll be reading. And let's follow Peppa on an amazing adventure with her friends and family. Bye-bye for now. The Museum. It's a book from the Peppa Pig book collection. Subscribe to my channel now and follow me. We'll be reading so many other Peppa Pig books and going on a great big adventure with Peppa and her family and friends. So let's begin reading this book called The Museum. Peppa and her family are visiting the museum. Museums are full of interesting things that are very old, says Daddy Pig. Older than you? Asks Peppa. Daddy Pig chuckles. Yes, even older than me, he says. Peppa and George want to know what's inside. One room is full of things that belonged to the kings and queens long ago, says Mummy Pig. Another room has a real dinosaur, says Daddy Pig. Now George is excited. Inside the museum, they meet Miss Rabbit at the ticket booth. Mummy Pig asks Miss Rabbit for 4 tickets. George wiggles Mr. Dinosaur. Dinosaur, he cries. And 1 dinosaur, says Miss Rabbit. They go into the first room, which is full of things that belong to kings and queens from a long ago. Wow, gasps Peppa, looking at all the colourful clothes. But George just wants to go to the dinosaur room. Dinosaur, shouts George. Mummy Pig spots something very shiny. Look, Peppa, this is a queen's golden crown, says Mummy Pig. Wow, says Peppa. If I were queen, I would eat as much cake as I wanted, says Peppa. She would be Queen Peppa with a sparkly dress and a crown with jewels and a big slice of chocolate cake. Peppa pretends she's a queen sitting on a throne. Daddy Pig, Mummy Pig and George all bow to the Queen. Is there anything else you would care for, Your Royal Highness? Asks Mummy Pig. More cake, please, replies Peppa. It's lots of fun pretending. Next, they all go to the dinosaur room. I can't see a dinosaur, says Peppa. It must be very small. Daddy Pig explains that the dinosaur is very big. Peppa and George look up to find a huge skeleton. These are the bones of a real dinosaur, says Daddy Pig. George shakes Mr. Dinosaur at the skeleton and growls as loud as he can. Dinosaur, shouts George. Roar! George pretends to be a big dinosaur. He's a Georgosaurus. Roar, shouts George. Help, it's a dinosaur. Peppa laughs. It's fun to pretend. After looking around the museum, Mummy Pig, Daddy Pig, Peppa and George go to the cafe. The dinosaur room was George's favourite room. Peppa loved the kings and queens room. It looks like Daddy Pig is in his favourite room, says Mummy Pig, the room with the cakes in. The end. Hope you enjoyed that. That was The Museum from the Peppa Pig book collection. Subscribe to my channel now and follow me where I'll be reading even more Peppa Pig books and follow Peppa on her great big adventures with her family and friends. Bye-bye for now. Hello everyone. Today we're going to read a book called Miss Rabbit's Taxi. It's a Peppa Pig book from the 50 Incredible Peppa Pig book collection. Subscribe to my channel now and follow me where I'm reading so many other Peppa Pig books. So let's subscribe and let's listen to all these other Peppa Pig adventure stories. So let's read Miss Rabbit's Taxi. Peppa and George are at the supermarket with Mummy Pig. That's a lot of shopping, says Miss Rabbit at the checkout. It's for Grandpa, explains Peppa. Granny is going away on holiday. Daddy Pig is waiting outside. Where's the car? Asks Mummy Pig. I didn't bring the car, replies Daddy Pig. I didn't think you would be buying so much. I'll call for a taxi, says Mummy Pig. Hello, taxi service, says Miss Rabbit. A taxi will be with you shortly. I see you've been shopping, says Miss Rabbit. Lots of shopping about these days. Shopping for this, shopping for that. Miss Rabbit, why are you talking so much? Asks Peppa. It's what taxi drivers do, Peppa, says Miss Rabbit. The taxi arrives at Granny and Grandpa Pig's house. Daddy Pig takes the shopping inside. Granny Pig calls for a taxi to take her to the airport. Luckily, Miss Rabbit is still there. Daddy Pig, Peppa and George go to the airport in Miss Rabbit's taxi with Granny Pig. Goodbye, my little one, says Granny Pig. I'll be back soon. Mr. Wolf arrives on an aeroplane and gets in the taxi. How will we get home now? Asks Peppa. We will have to call a taxi, says Daddy Pig. Miss Rabbit drives back to the airport to pick up Peppa, George and Daddy Pig. On the way, she finds Mr. Bull standing in the middle of the road. I'm supposed to be mending the airport, but my truck's broken down, complains Mr. Bull. I'm going to the airport, says Miss Rabbit. Have you got any luggage? Just this sand, replies Mr. Bull. Mr. Badger pulls a lever to pour the sand from the tipper truck into the taxi. Miss Rabbit's taxi is full of sand. Miss Rabbit's taxi arrives at the airport. Here's the sand, says Mr. Bull to his workers, lifting up the front of the taxi. Now Miss Rabbit can drive Daddy Pig, Peppa and George home. Then you can have a rest, says Daddy Pig. I should be so lucky, says Miss Rabbit. Miss Rabbit gets back to the supermarket. There is a long line of customers queuing up to pay. Sorry to have kept you waiting, says Miss Rabbit. It's just another busy day for Miss Rabbit. The end. Hope you enjoyed that story, Miss Rabbit's Taxi. It's from the Peppa Pig book collection. So subscribe to my channel now where you'll be able to hear me read and you can watch so many of adventures from Peppa and her friends, her family, everyone. So subscribe now and see you soon. Bye-bye. Hello everyone. Today we're going to read a book called Windy Autumn Day. This book is from the Peppa Pig collection of 50 incredible books. It's a box collection I have with so many books in it. Subscribe to my channel now where you'll be able to find all these Peppa Pig books and the great adventures that she's having with her friends and family. So let's begin reading this book, Windy Autumn Day. Peppa and George are at the park with Mummy and Daddy Pig. Why are all the leaves red and yellow? Asks Peppa. It's autumn time, Peppa, replies Mummy Pig. In the autumn, it gets a bit colder and the leaves change colour. It's very windy, says Daddy Pig. Let's play a game to keep warm. He kicks Peppa's football into the air. Peppa and George laugh and chase after it. Peppa reaches the ball and kicks it. The wind is so strong that it blows the ball behind her. It's not meant to go that way, says Peppa. The ball has landed in the duck pool, cries Peppa. I'll just use the stick to reach it, says Daddy Pig. He leans over the pond. Just a bit further, Daddy, shouts Peppa. I've almost got it, he replies. Daddy Pig has fallen in the duck pond. Daddy, is the water cold? Asks Peppa. A little bit, says Daddy Pig. Suddenly the wind blows and the ball out of the pond. That's lucky, says Peppa. Yes, what a stroke of luck, says Daddy Pig. It's getting even windier, warns Mummy Pig. Hold on to your hats. The wind blows George's hat off his head. George's hat is stuck in a tree, cries Peppa. I'll just climb up and get it, says Daddy Pig. The branches are too thin to take your weight, Daddy Pig, says Mummy Pig. I'll give the tree a little shake instead. The hat falls down and so do the leaves, right on top of Mummy Pig. I thought that sort of thing only happened to me, chuckles Daddy Pig. It's not funny, says Mummy Pig. It is a bit funny, Mummy, says Peppa. Where's George's hat? Asks Mummy Pig. On your head, cries Peppa. Mummy Pig laughs. Mummy Pig gives the hat back to George. Hold on to it this time, says Mummy Pig. Look, Peppa and George, I'm leaning into the wind, says Daddy Pig. Daddy Pig, Peppa and George lean back in the wind. The wind is so strong it holds us up, says Peppa. When the wind stops, they all fall over. It's not funny, groans Daddy Pig. It is a bit funny, replies Mummy Pig. Everyone laughs. I wish there were some muddy puddles to jump in, sighs Peppa, but there are just lots of dry leaves. I know something special you can do with dry leaves, says Daddy Pig. Jump up and down in them. This is the best autumn day ever, says Peppa. Everyone loves jumping up and down in dry leaves. The end. Hope you enjoyed that. That was a Peppa Pig book called Windy Autumn Day. Now subscribe to my channel now and click on the little bell at the bottom and follow me where you'll be able to listen to me read aloud lots and lots of other Peppa Pig stories. Peppa will be having so many amazing adventures, so do subscribe to my channel now. Bye-bye for now. Hello everyone. Today we're going to read a book called Treasure Hunt. It's part of a Peppa Pig collection of many books, so subscribe to my channel now where you can follow me and see so many other stories from Peppa's great adventures. So let's begin reading this book. It is a lovely sunny day. Granny and Grandpa Pig have made a treasure hunt in their garden for Peppa and George. Grandpa Pig is wearing a pirate's hat. Ahoy there, me hearties, says Grandpa Pig. Let's search for buried treasure. George puts on the pirate's hat. Now he is a Captain George. There is an X on the map. It shows where the treasure is. It's a little bit difficult to read, says Peppa. She is holding the map upside down. Peppa finds the first clue. It is a piece of paper inside of a bottle. It's a message in a bottle, says Peppa. It's a message from a pirate, says Grandpa Pig. He says you have to follow the arrows. Peppa is confused. What does the pirate mean? Captain George has found the second clue. There are some sticks on the ground in the shape of arrows. Look, calls Peppa. The arrows point this way. Peppa and Captain George follow the arrows. The arrows lead Peppa and Captain George through the garden, up and down, round and round, searching for treasure is very exciting. Peppa spots something at the end of the trail. Could it be the next clue? Look, George, cries Peppa. I've found a key. Now you have to find the treasure chest it unlocks, says Granny Pig. Peppa and Captain George look for the next clue, but there isn't one. Have another look at the map, suggests Granny Pig. The map says that they need to find 2 apple trees. The treasure is buried in a spot between them. The treasure must be very close now. Peppa has found the spot. The treasure must be here, she tells everyone. Let's take a look, says Daddy Pig. He starts to dig a hole. The spade then has hit something hard. Daddy Pig has found the treasure chest. Wow, shouts Peppa. I've got the key to open it. Everyone joins Peppa and Captain George. They can't wait to see what's inside the chest. The treasure chest is full of shiny coins. Gold, cries Daddy Pig. Better, says Grandpa Pig. Chocolate. Peppa and Captain George agree that chocolate is much better than gold, especially when there's enough for everyone. The end. Hope you enjoyed this book called Treasure Hunt from the huge Peppa Pig collection of books. Subscribe to my channel now and click on a little bell where you'll be able to find out when I've got even more books to read. And let's follow Peppa and her friends and family on a great big adventure. So subscribe now. Bye-bye for now. Rock pools. Today we're going to read this Peppa Pig book. Now follow me and subscribe to my channel now where you can see me reading so many other Peppa Pig books. So click that subscribe button now. So let's begin. Peppa and George are at the seaside with Granny and Grandpa Pig. Where has the sand gone? Asks Peppa. Peppa and George love making sandcastles. Peppa and George, there isn't any sandcastle on this beach, says Granny Pig. Peppa is sad. George begins to cry. Now, children, don't be upset, says Granny Pig. There are lots of exciting things to do on this rocky beach. Grandpa Pig explains that when the sea goes out, little pools of water are left amongst the rocks. They're called rock pools, says Granny Pig. In every rock pool there is something special that the sea has left behind, says Grandpa Pig. Peppa spots something glittering in a nearby rock pool. Peppa puts her hand in the rock pool and pulls out a shiny coin. Maybe it's a pirate's treasure, suggests Grandpa Pig. Let's make a collection of all the things we find, says Granny Pig. There's nothing special in this one, says Peppa, standing by another rock pool. Grandpa Pig dips his hand into the rock pool, and the crab pinches his finger. Ouch, shouts Grandpa Pig. The crab lets go. Naughty Mr. Crab, says Peppa. The crab clacks its pincers and walks sideways into the rock pool. Peppa and George pretend to be crabs. They walk sideways and snap their fingers together. Peppa and George chase Grandpa Pig. Pinch, pinch, they cry. There are 2 naughty crabs trying to pinch me, says Grandpa Pig. Go back to your little rock pools. Yes, says Peppa. Let's look in more rock pools. In the next rock pool, Peppa finds a shell. Can you hear the sea in it? Asks Granny Pig. Peppa holds the shell to her ear. She can hear a sound like waves. I love my seashell, says Peppa. George picks up a rock with a spiral pattern inside it. George has found a fossil, explains Grandpa Pig. A fossil is the remains of an animal that lived long ago when there were dinosaurs. Dinosaur, shouts George. Granny Pig finds a little fish trapped inside the next rock pool. This little fish says she wants to go back to the sea, says Peppa. Peppa uses a bucket to rescue the little fish. Don't worry, Mrs. Fish, says Peppa. You'll soon be back with your friends. Peppa carries the bucket to the sea, and the fish leaps happily into the water with a big splash. I love rock pools, cheers Peppa. Everyone loves rock pools. The end. Hope you enjoyed this Peppa Pig book called Rock Pools. It's part of a big collection of Peppa Pig books, so subscribe to my channel now where you'll find so many other Peppa Pig stories. Bye-bye for now.